Hi, hello, namaste. This is Surabhi, your master teacher of chemistry at Vedanta. My first question, how are you all doing? So, staying home, staying safe, yes. And do let me know in the comment sections, have you been learning something new during this lockdown? So, what are your hobbies, or you know, so what is your new interest? I'm very curious. Before starting the session, let me tell you something about me. Okay, so this maybe, yeah, it happened when I was in fifth or sixth. I clearly don't remember. So before the exams, my parents used to make sure कि I've studied everything. I had to give this practice exams. My mom used to prepare the question papers and all that. So before the exam, I was completely prepared. Okay, हाँ. Then I went. I looked at the question paper and was really happy because I knew everything. I started writing. I finished it before like 30 or 45 minutes. I just closed my answer sheet because then the teachers didn't collect the answer sheets. I just slept. I didn't check, I didn't go through. Then when the bell rang, they collected it. I just came back home. Then my mom took the question paper and she asked me, so what is the answer for this? What have you written and all that? When I was answering her, I realized my mistakes. I have done few mistakes. Even though I knew the answer, just because I didn't check, I didn't go through my answer sheet again. I was so happy that I'm done. Okay, this exam is done and I'll get 100 on 100. I was so confident. Okay, I didn't check. I didn't go through my paper again. Then I lost 4 to 5 marks. I started crying. Oh, because I could have got full marks. Just because of my negligence, I lost marks. Right? And not only me, I guess many of us do it. Right? We're just like, I should be the first to finish it. So never ever do it. Since then, the thing which I learned is, so whatever the exams I took, I always make sure I'll utilize the whole time, and I just check and recheck. And even when I'm submitting the paper, I'll just go through it again. Okay, the question papers, the question number, the sub question, is it all right or not? So you also, that is the common mistake which every kind of student do, right? It's not only for 9th or 10th, irrespective of the grade, we tend to do that mistake, है ना? So let me tell you about some other mistakes which we do in chemistry exams. This is basically for class 10, but the other grade students who are watching this video, it will also help you. And for other subjects also, yeah, you might relate. Okay, so I'll start. What are the common mistakes which we do in class 10 chemistry? I love minions. They're very cute. First is writing the unbalanced chemical equation. You will look at the question. Combustion of methane. Oh, I know. CH4 plus O2. Yeah, you're getting CO2 plus H2O. Done. LHS, RHS, not balanced. Your equation is not obeying the law of conservation of mass, right? So obviously you won't get full marks. We always have studied, many of the chemists has told every reaction follows the law of conservation of mass, but your reaction is not. So make sure the equations are balanced. And I've seen students writing, they'll ask you, write an equation for oxidation of alcohol. You're like, oxidation? Okay, oxygen, addition of oxygen, yes. Alcohol to carboxylic acid. But from where you are getting that oxygen? Where is the oxidizing agent? Acidified K2Cr2O7, alkaline KMnO4. It's not there. So from where is your alcohol getting the oxygen from, right? So make sure whenever you are writing the equation, first thing, it is balanced. Then you are mentioning the catalyst or the reducing agent, oxidizing agent which you have used in that reaction. And sometimes few reactions require that conditions, temperature, yeah, pressure, or the esterification may you need acid. So that and all you have to mention first. Ignoring the units of physical quantities. We don't have many units in chemistry as we have in physics, but there are few, right? Concentration, the temperature, melting point of ice 0, degree Celsius या Kelvin, concentration 25, molarity kg per mole, gram per liter. So please do not ignore the units, okay? Even though there are few sums, numericals also in chemistry, right? So after you are done with it, make sure you have written the right unit, otherwise you lose the marks. Third is drawing the unclear and unlabeled diagrams. Chemistry mein the labeling are very simple, right? Fractional distillation, distillation flask, condenser, or the electrolysis of water. So which is the cathode, which is the anode, so where hydrogen is being liberated, where oxygen is being liberated, that is all you have to write. But box, 2 electrodes, electrolyte, done. The moment anyone looks at your diagram, they should be able to understand what is actually happening there. Your diagrams has to be very clear, and labeling is important. Just cathode, anode, cathode mein what is happening, anode, and you can even show the ions, movement of ions also, right? Yes. So always write the labeled diagram, and your diagrams has to be very clear. I'm not saying ki, you should turn yourself into a, you should be an artist. No, but it should be very scientific, right? It should be very clear. That's it. Okay. Getting confused between atomic mass unit, mass number, and atomic number. This happens in the regular classes also. I'll ask the mass number, they will tell me the atomic number. Sodium 11. It's 23, right? So if you want to get it right, before that you have to know the definition. So what is the difference between atomic mass unit, mass number, atomic number, molar mass, right? Once you know the difference, so you won't get confused. Atomic number is the number of protons, mass number is the number of protons and neutrons, atomic mass unit is the average mass of all the isotopes of that element, right? So when you know the difference, you will get it right. Fourth point, never get confused. Fifth is mistake in writing IUPAC name and representing the functional groups. So they'll ask you to write the IUPAC name of CH3COOH. Okay? Okay. What you will do? You will count, yes, IUPAC name. So first I have to count the number of carbon. But you will ignore the carbon in the functional group. You'll write methanoic acid. But that carbon in COH has also been, it has to be considered too, right? Wrong. Then functional group. So which is the functional group present in butanol? Nal, all, OL, al. So there will be confusion. Butanol, you will write aldehyde. So whenever you are learning the suffix or the functional groups, the root name, so make a single table. Okay, root name, the number of carbon atoms, 1 meth, 2 eth, 3 prop, and then the functional group. So the suffix, and if those functional group have prefixes, then write it down. And give, you just try to write the structure, write down the name and try to draw the structural formula of that compound. Or just you will get those structures in the internet, right? And try to write the IUPAC name. Practice always helps, so that you won't commit this kind of mistakes in the exam. These are the common mistakes that students tend to do during the exams. So I'm telling you in prayer so that you can avoid these mistakes in your exams. Do let me know what are the other, if I have missed something, what are the, if you have committed some very tiny mistake which cost you few marks, please let me know in the comment section. And you can also tell me, do you like the video? So was it helpful also? I'll be back soon. Till then, keep loving chemistry. Elementary Chemistry by Vedantu and your master teacher Surbhi. Wait. You have liked the video, right? If you have not, and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, what are you doing? Do subscribe. Okay then. Bye bye.